Thank you for staying. Thank you for coming to my page. This is Counseling with Julia. This is my official page. Today I want to talk about something that a lot of us, especially we women, don't consider before we get married. We don't consider it. And I can tell you that 80 or 90% of the problems in marriages today is because the women fail to realize this part, or rather they fail to look at to this part. Yeah, if you see from the commandment, or rather what God told us concerning marriage from the beginning, there was an instructions that was given to men and to the women. And like we always sound that of the women, be submissive, be subject, be submissive, honor your husband. Yeah, it is good. That is one particular thing, and I know that God gave women as our post of duty, what we are supposed to do at our post of duty. Yeah, but we forget one thing, that the instruction that was given to men was to love their wives. Jesus said, love your wife, even as God loved the church, and he gave his son, gave his life for the church. Christ died for the church. So it was illustrated this way when Jesus also was advising the people that you ought to love your wife. But if you find out today, the problems that we are seeing and what I've discovered in most marriages, naturally, the way God created woman, the love thing is inbuilt in us. Naturally, women, we radiate love. We are easily carried away. We love easily. Let me put it that way. But men, they are not carried away with what you do. A man that wants to go into any relationship, the moment he's there, he knows if this is what he wants or if this is what he does not want. He's not moved by emotions. He walked there, he checked everything there to find out that this is actually what he wants for his life before he will say, yes, I take you as my wife, or before he will propose to you. But I think that was what God saw when he gave them that commandment that said, men ought to love their wives. So he said men ought to love their wife. Yes, because he knows that naturally it's not easy, or it's not too easy for a man to actually love. A man can like a woman, yes, but when you want to talk about love, it has to move from likeness, and it will take a higher grade. So there must be something that will gear it. There must be something that will support it, that will make the man to start loving. So even if a man loves a woman and he brings the woman in as his fiancé or somebody to get married to in future, there are some characters he wants to see in that woman that is going to empower him loving the woman. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. That will empower that love to come out of him. It's not natural. It's not easy. But women naturally are wired to always love. We fall easily. But the problem I see in most marriages today that has made it to kind of give that marriage a problem from the day one is that most of these marriages, it is the women that love the man more than the way the man is supposed to love the woman. God instructed the man to love the wife. He didn't say, woman, love your husband, because he knows that naturally we will love a man to be with the man. You understand? But he instructed the man because he said it in his way. He said because of their hardened hearts. Men, it's not easy. Men are not moved with emotions. Men are people that want to see before they say yes. But women, we don't wait to see. We are moved by what we hear. A man can be at the other end deceiving you as a girl, telling you I love you, this is I want you to be my wife. Maybe he might even have another woman at home. But just because of the phone calls he's making, he's telling you sweet things that you want to hear, you see a woman falling already. But men are not wired that way. Men will say, yes, I like you as a person, but he wants to see what will prompt him to love you. So you find that today, marriages are crashing because some of the women, they are doing everything to make the marriage to work. but they forget that they have taken the place, the commandment that was given to the man. It is now the woman that is riding on the commandment. Instead of the woman to allow the man to ride on that commandment, to make the marriage stays. Because actually, if you want to see the real fact of it, if a man loves a woman, he will do everything for that woman. He will do everything to keep that home. He will do everything not to offend that woman. He will treat the woman as a god. The woman will be valuable in his eyes. But I've seen situations whereby the man does not have one love for the woman. It is the woman that buys the man's love because she feels she can buy the love. And I want to tell you, if you're a woman there, still thinking that your money will buy you a man that will love you, you are lying. It doesn't really take anything for a man to love you. If a man loves you, he loves you for nothing. Even you have given him nothing. But when you start introducing your money, giving him your body, doing everything because you want him to love you, let me tell you, by the time you succeed to get into that home, you will cry. It is the truth. I want you to share this video because this thing is affecting a lot of homes and marriages. Marriage is supposed to be a bed of roses where it will be enjoyable. You will love to be there. Heaven, it is the man's work. It is advisable for the man to love you. And you know love is reciprocal. When he loves you, you give it back to him. Don't be the one to love him more. Don't be the one to love him more. Let him love you. That is the commandment. The more he loves you, the more you submit. And as you submit, he loves you the more.